These motherfucking Pandora papers are back at it.
Ooh, yes, sir. Checking some of that off. Did you see that?
I didn't see this. I heard about Pandora Papers, but I didn't know. I didn't even hear enough about it to pique my interest. What's going on? They found ties back to Epstein and pedophiles and all that shit.
Oh
Nah,
yeah.
It's bigger than that. You know what I mean? It's the heavyweights. You know the term. Follow the money.
Right.
This is it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They all, it's nothing new, but now we know who the major players are and where they hiding their money.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
all.
Swiss bank accounts and all that shit. If
all that, not even bank accounts. Like, we talking like property.
See?
You know what I mean? Shell companies.
See?
That bought property, all kind of stuff that they really didn't have no business doing. But, because who's going to read the fine print?
And see, look,
and somebody started putting that shit out there, and it's like, hey, man, yeah, y'all motherfuckers do need to get taxed because y'all got this game on lock.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all had it on lock for years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's time to break bread.
This thing has been out for years. This came out like 10 years ago on WikiLeaks or some shit. If I'm remembering correctly.
Okay.
But since it's like all mixed in with fake names and multiple overseas accounts and shit, it's taken these cats years. These investigative reporters, it's taken them years to figure out where the fuck this money is, who it belongs to, blah, blah, blah. And every time something comes out, bam, it's a huge story. But nobody's giving a fuck.
See?
It's weird because
it's too deep. It's like, it's kind of like too big to fail. Man, you know what I mean? They're not going to investigate it. They're just putting their business out there so people can kind of look at them sideways. And like you said, it's 10 years now, but I didn't know how big this team was.
Yeah.
But, what really impressed me is like a whole bunch of reporters coming together and pretty much being all literally on the same page and putting out all this information at the same time. It's crazy. It's kind of fascinating.
Let me just call it what it is, man. These are people who calling the shots. These are the people who calling the shots, and motherfuckers. You know what? They probably feel like, what we gonna do? How can we possibly get at them? Nobody's gonna prosecute them. Nobody's gonna arrest them. You know what I'm saying? Every one of these motherfuckers' names was probably in that burnt Epstein diary that had all the info on motherfuckers. It really doesn't. It really doesn't shock me. It really doesn't shock me.
Just like with the recession, when everything crashed down, Lehman Brothers went bankrupt, and nobody went to jail.
Nope.
You know what I mean? Nobody. But you got folks still trying to bounce back from that.
And that's the thing, man. I forget which politician. It was somebody like, yo, if this was anybody else, they would be locked under the fucking jail. But to this day, when you talk recession, nobody knows who the players were. Nobody knows what was done. Like, they got these. What was that shit? They had an HBO movie about the whole crash. It was pretty good. But a lot of this shit is really speculation. A lot of this shit, some of the motherfuckers is made up characters in the movie, man. It's like nobody's gonna do nothing to them, but yet and still, they'll look at the little guy who might be stealing something out of necessity or committing crimes because he doesn't have another avenue. And he the worst motherfucker.
It's your child support payment.
It's your child support payment. They taking your license. Have a defaulted credit card payment.
Yeah, miss that student loan payment.
Payment. But these motherfuckers be human trafficking, still in the... Look, I forget what I was watching, man. It might be Zeitgeist. They was talking about how huge chunks of income tax and shit be going missing, and don't nobody know where the fuck it went.
Mm-hmm.
These niggas' pockets. These niggas' pockets. It's you know what, man? When Kanye went on that whole fucking rant about, there's these certain people, these gatekeepers, them the motherfuckers he was talking about. We just thought he was goofy because it was Kanye. But look at, it doesn't shock me, man. It doesn't shock me. These motherfuckers shouldn't even... Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say these motherfuckers shouldn't even be called world leaders. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they should just be called world motherfuckers who take advantage of the little people, because that's all that happens. You gotta shit on people to get that kind of money.
Yeah, like I said, you got to keep your, you got to keep your foot on, certain people's necks.
Yeah.
To maintain that type of clout.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because like you said, who's going to investigate him?
Yeah.
There you go. We had a dude who was just, president of these United States, pretty much. Had the audacity, like, man, I could go outside and kill somebody, and nothing to happen.
Yeah,
his words. His words, not mine.
Right.
He's saying the stuff that they actually doing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
They're like, dude, we know we could do all that shit. Just shut the hell up.
Right.
We ain't got to talk about it.
Right.
But
I think the biggest thing about this is that these are most of these people are politicians where they're making normal money. Granted, it's supposed to be, it's civil service money.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, they have millions and billions of dollars to send overseas to hide.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it should turn a couple of heads, but
it
didn't create the type of buzz, world altering buzz that it should have.
Right.
And these came out in 2013. It wasn't WikiLeaks. It was the International Journal. I don't know, investigative journalists. But we're looking at 8 years and nothing.
But you said most of these guys were politicians, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just think about what they got around them protecting them. They got a legion. They got armies, they got secret services around them protecting them. The same fools is taking advantage of them, right? They taking advantage of the people that's protecting them. And you think one of them, the light bulb will go off, but no, motherfuckers is afraid, man. Look at how much bread Nancy Pelosi got. Look at who her people is. Look at who her brother is. Look at the ties that they family go back to. Look, what's the other one? What was the other? DeVos. Look at who her brother is. Look at the ties. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, people probably like, what the fuck? What we really gonna do? Like, okay, like, it's fucked up, man. It's fucked up because they got a certain way of doing their thing, but then down here, we fucking dog eat dog and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, we get the scraps, kid. We get the scraps.
There you go.
We're fighting for the scraps,
It's amazing. It's like, no matter how corrupt some of these politicians are, you're going to have fuckboys. Like, the people that supported Trump, no matter what he did. And, the same thing with Obama and every other politician. I'm not, they all suck. But you will get people that these politicians can do no wrong. And when you have... it was so polarized over the last 10 years. I mean, you have people in this country that will allow politicians to do whatever the fuck they want just because they're on that team, and they're good tribal. With it.
Yeah, right. They're tribal, and that's just what it is. And no matter what, they go against their own interests.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got Hispanics, supporting Trump, and the main one want to build a wall, and it's like, how? Is that registering with you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because you made and you got somewhat established, you want to shut the door on the others.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You got the audacity to tell folks to, go back to your country.
But ain't none of them shit.
It's crazy, man. I don't understand how you go against your own interests.
Right, Mr. Kobler. But think about it. The average black motherfucker who vote Democrat do the same thing. We just sat up here and watched a motherfucker. Soon as he got in, they had a recording of him talking shit to like 20, 30 black pastors. Oh, wait a goddamn minute. You're going to have to live with them. You're going to have to get used to. And I'm not going to sit here like, wait a fucking minute, bro. When you want that vote, you walk up into that church. Now, look, he want to let, this is the other thing. He want to let Afghans over. He want to let Hispanics over. But he sent the gang of Haitians back quick than the motherfucker. So
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, we all are guilty of voting against our own. No matter what, we follow.
Yeah,
we pretty much go with the flow. But after this last one, man, everybody was scared.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? It was like, dude, we got to do something. I don't give a damn what it is, but we cannot go back to this, because if we'd have did another 4 years, the way that the pandemic was, was churning, you know what I mean? The alternative would have been, we all fucked up. You know what I mean? We all would have been done in, no matter what type of social status you think you have or whatever. But with Orange Julius at the realm, we wouldn't be here.
So let me ask you this question. I'm asking both of you, and by no way am I saying, because I'm not a Trumper. Okay, I didn't see what everybody was saying, but I damn sure wasn't voting for him, and I didn't vote Joey. So,
yep.
As far as Dementia Joe,
mm-hmm.
do you think that he's anywhere near as bad as what people feel about Trump? And I'm saying this because, again, this motherfucker's pushing the whole mandate. Then we saw the conflict. Then we saw the whole shit that just came out where all these generals was like, yo, we told this motherfucker to leave 2,500 people on the ground. They didn't tell me that.
Right. He's a career politician, baby.
Right.
He's a career politician.
So what I'm saying is, do you think that, I mean, we talking about motherfuckers taking rights? Because one thing you said was, shit has become tribal. Never in my life, and I'll be 41 next month. Never in my life have I heard motherfuckers go back and forth more than I have about, oh, the left says this and the right says that.
Right.
I'm like, God damn, is that all motherfuckers? Anytime somebody makes a critique about something, it's like, oh, the left is, oh, the right is. Like, nah, nigga, what about excuse me. Sorry about that. What about common sense? What about what's right and what's wrong? And so I just wanted to know you.
That's it right there.
Yeah. And I just wanted to know you guys' opinion. Like, is he just as bad for this whole mandate shit? Because it leads to other things. What you guys think?
I don't think he's as bad. Like, again, he's a career politician. There will never be a great president.
Okay.
In my eyes, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
They're politicians. That's all it is to me. And yeah, come on, man. We had a dude who was talking about the sun gonna kill it. How deep do you? I can't go no deeper than that. If you start, if this is your jump off,
it's hard.
How do I have a serious conversation with you if you're talking about just go outside for a little bit and you're gonna be straight?
What is that?
So now pose your question again about, is he as bad as the last dude? I could talk with old Joe. You know what I'm saying? I could get past a whole bunch of other stuff if he ain't talking about go outside, to get cured. I'm good.
Cleaner in your
That's
arm.
all, man.
Just shoot this Windex or whatever the fuck that was in your arm.
Yeah, whatever. We don't have to go too deep into all the antidotes.
you see a motherfucker like this,
but you know what I mean? It's just I can't go any deeper once you say something like that to me and you mean it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you standing on that. It's like, dude, conversation's over.
Absolutely.
Default, you out of there, man. I'm sorry. You batshit crazy.
Absolutely.